guys, I hope you have been great and well since the last time we had our conversation. Here we are. The Zwan is yet again with another interesting conversation that we want to have with you.
Yes, we welcome you into our show. We always enjoy to be with you. Today we are tackling a very heavy topic, conflict resolution.
Wow, this is everybody else's nightmare. In most cases, when people come in, every couple without fail, I can almost guarantee you that has come to see us, the first thing that they said, we've got communication problems.
Yeah.
That's the first, that's all that they are all sick of.
And we know from that point that the key thing is conflict resolution. Imagine two people with different past, different cultures, and different experience trying to make sense of one thing that means eight different things to them.
And that becomes a nightmare because each and every one of them come with how they have always looked at life without being cognizant of where the other person is at. And I know that is a lot of people's reality, that most people find themselves at each other's throat. They feel like they have come to the end of it. They feel like they can't do this marriage thing anymore, and even get to a point where they look at divorce as an option, and that need not to be a situation.
Yeah, and there's something that you normally say, that when people fight, they don't fight for what is in the agenda.
It's hardly about what is on the agenda, because here's the thing that we don't understand, that there are two things that actually happen when people fight. They are either trying to protect their old self that they are not willing to outgrow, or alternatively they are fighting for their younger self or their weaker self that they feel have always been oppressed in one way or the other.
And that could be a very hard thing to do. And guess what? We've been through that same route.
Yes, we've
We've
fought about it.
Yes, we thought about it, and because of the kind of work we do, we were forced to find solutions to these particular things, and these are the things that we want to share with you.
And you know, one of the things that we have found is that as you are having a conflict with your partner, one of the things that you must be aware of is that there are three valleys that you must go through before you actually get to meet your partner. You must deal with their perceptions, the way they see life, their history, and their issues of self-worth. And so we are just going to quickly just take you through those for this conversation, so that the next time we have a fully fledged webinar, you know where to pick up.
Yeah, but before we go to those particular things, this is what I want us to pay attention to.
Yes.
You never solve conflict with somebody you don't love.
Yeah, that's deep.
It's impossible.
Because solving a conflict requires all of you. But more than it requiring all of you, it's almost impractical to solve a conflict in the same space you were in when you created that conflict in the first instance. It means you have to take a step back, deal with yourself, and then say, okay, now that I can manage my own emotions, now that I can manage my own feelings, I am ready to step into this and see how best we can resolve it. So can we just quickly go into our perceptions, the history that we come with, and the issues of self-worth, so that our friends are able to understand what is it exactly that they are dealing with during a conflict?
Yeah, but I like the way you deliver the issue of self-worth. And I would like you to just go through that, because you do it better than I do.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that compliment. Here's the thing that we need to understand. Each and every one of us at birth is given self-worth as a gift. And it's something that talks to how we receive things in life. You know, they say that the best things in life are free. Self-worth is one of those things that God has given us. The fact that you don't have to work for self-worth, the fact that you are here and still alive, it means you are worthy. So imagine having gone through life and you were told time and time again that you are not worth that, you are not worth that, you need to work for this or that. Imagine dealing with that type of a person in a conflict.
It doesn't work. It just becomes, people just get lost in an emotional maze.
They get lost in an emotional maze because they are sitting there thinking, I must fight for me to be heard. I have to be louder than everybody else for somebody to sit back and really hear me out. So it's critical for all of us to say to ourselves on a daily basis, on a regular basis, I am enough. I am worthy. In that way, it's easy for you to tackle problems from a place of worthiness, from a place of being enough, as opposed to from a place of lack.
Yeah, that's it. And the self-worth goes all the way to how you live life, and we will show you more when you join us in our webinar as to how the practical steps of developing self-worth.
Yes.
But another big thing is the issue of perception. The issue of perception
How you see the world.
How you see the world. Remember that we form and we shape our own world by our experiences. And the best way to do this, is to check is my perception paying me?
And is my perception all there is to this issue? Because most of the time we come to the table of argument having concluded that I am right. How I see things is the only way that these things are. The truth of the matter is perceptions are all about focus. Whatever you are focusing on is what you will see. Does that mean that other things do not exist? No. And actually I will share a funny story. There's a place I've been going to for the longest time to go buy stuff. Funny enough, recently somebody said, no, there's somebody who stays above the shop that you normally go to. And I was shocked. I looked at this place and I was like, wow, so there are flats above this place that I have been going to all the time. Simply because the flats are not what I was focusing on. I was focusing on the shop that I went. Does it mean the flats did not exist all this time? They have been in existence. It's just that I concentrated on what mattered to me.
Of course. When love is a very powerful thing. We are not even talking about emotions.
Yes.
We are talking about that force that pushes you to lay your life down to win the other person. That force is so powerful. But if that force is not there, you won't do the things that we're showing you how to do. Like, for instance, challenging your history.
Yeah.
To challenge your history, you must be motivated by self-love. To say, this history that I have is actually blocking me from enjoying the life that I want. Is actually blocking me from winning the person that I claim to love. So your history is such a big thing that can cause you to fail in conflict resolution.
And I think one of the things that I want to make our friends to be aware of is that history is a field filled with landmines. And our partners are the best people who knows exactly where those landmines are. And they seem to be detonating those landmines every single day. And why is that? So that we can heal.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of this exercise is so that we can heal.
Yes, of course. People don't understand that marriage is for healing. Any relationship is for healing. If you have a bad history or a bad past or whatever, one thing that will expose you is a relationship. A relationship is the best thing that will take out things that are buried inside of you. And if you don't discipline yourself, if you don't use the tools that we'll show you in our webinars on how to self-manage, you will always be the weakest link in conflict resolution.
The beauty is that there's always help.
Yeah.
We have dedicated ourselves into serving more people. And if you want to be one of those people that we serve, please make sure to join our webinars. And for you to know which webinars we are running at whichever time, our details will always be running, so that you see where we are on Facebook, so that you know how to email us, because we will always be available to share the insight of when, how, and all of those.
That's it. Remember to give love and receive love. From the Zwanes, goodbye.
Goodbye.